the way.
We're wanted men.
I have spoken.
Welcome to episode 248 of the Smugglers Galaxy Podcast, your favorite Star Wars podcast for smugglers in the galaxy. We're recording on a very special day. Today is June 6th, or June 9th, sorry, June 9th. So you know what that day means. You know what it means, right, Jason?
No.
June is what month in the
June.
numeral? The 6th month?
Oh, God.
So you know what day that makes it?
Yeah, grow up.
Bill and Ted Day.
No, it's not.
It's Bill and Ted Day today.
That's bull.
No,
you just
Bill and-
made that up.
No, it's Bill and Ted Day. It's all over the internets.
No, it's not.
It
You
is.
just made that up.
No, you can look it up on the Facebooks. It's Bill and Ted
Stop
Day.
with the days. Everything's a day. Star Wars started it. Now we got Mario Day, Alien Day, Bill and Ted Day.
I'm even wearing my Bill and Ted shirt, or one of my Bill and Ted shirt.
Right.
Jason don't care about my Bill and Ted days.
No, enjoy your Bill and Ted Day.
Well, what happens when it's like ice cream day or taco day or something like that? Do you partake in that, or you're just like, I don't like tacos and ice cream?
No, it'd be nice to coordinate, but my life's too busy to coordinate with ice cream. Today's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Well, I'm probably eating a chocolate chip cookie anyway.
Then it was Donut Day on Friday, and I got a donut from Quick Trip.
Yeah, we got donuts at work. So I did. So there. Yeah, work coordinated for me.
It's Friday now. Was it because it was National Donut Day or because it was Friday?
Because it was National Donut Day. They ordered donuts.
Oh.
That's right. I remember that now. It's been a long weekend.
You look like you had a fun weekend.
Yeah, it was. I'll get to it in a minute. Did you
Yeah.
go to the swap?
I did, and it was hot, and I had no money, so I only did one lap.
Oh.
And I didn't see Jordan. I got there at I think 10:30, and I didn't see any of my friends. I talked to I forget the guy's name, but one of our listeners. I'm horrible. He went to Epic, so we talked about Epic, and
Skyler?
yeah, I didn't see anybody. It was hot. I was hungry, and I left. It was miserable.
Okay.
But there was some cool stuff. I did see some cool Star Wars stuff. I saw some ET stuff. It's probably some of the most Star Wars stuff I've seen in a minute at the swap. But I mean, it was good. It was a typical swap, but I think because it was so hot, there wasn't a whole lot of people there, or at least when I was there. But
Mhm.
then Jordan posted a video, so I assume he got there after I left or before I got there.
Yeah, I was watching the video before I came here to record, so I haven't finished it. And there was like a lot of Marvel, DC stuff, limited Star Wars stuff based on his video. That doesn't mean it's accurate.
Yeah, well, he was also like seeing a lot of different toy lines than we're into. So he was seeing like a Rock Lord or something. I saw the video, like the preview of it, which I had no clue. So he's expanding his horizons, and maybe I should, but I have no desire to.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, give me the Star Wars. I did start digging through. Somebody had like some $5 Star Wars figures, so I was digging through those, but I didn't see anything. And I had some stuff to trade, but I didn't see anything I wanted to trade. One of the Lego guys were there, and I was hoping he'd have at least maybe Chopper that I could trade some Lego stuff to
Yeah.
get the Lego Chopper. But somebody had it for $60 on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm kind of a little nervous about buying one from for $30 cheaper than it should be. So I don't know if somebody bought it and didn't like it, or
Yeah.
5-finger discounted it. Maybe I shouldn't really care, but it just made me a little uneasy when they're selling something that should be like $90, $100 for $60.
Yeah. This is why I know I hate a lot of things. I'm sure you could put together a compilation of everything Jason hates. Facebook Marketplace being one of them. I tried selling a foosball table,
Yeah.
and someone responded, "What's your lowest price?" I'm like, "It's on there."
It's like
What?
$20, man.
Yeah. Like, what do you want? 50 cents? Like, what? It's rock bottom already.
Dude, at least people are replying. I've thrown some stuff on Facebook Marketplace and like nobody hits it up.
Yeah, it's just a weird, frustrating, a frustrating experience.
Yeah, Facebook is very annoying as far, but it's like where else are you going to sell it? I mean, you could sell it on Macari. Um, but like I put the same thing on Macari and they're taking I'm trying to sell a camera that I don't a DSLR camera that I don't use, and Macari wants to take like $100 out of it off the top.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where else are you going to sell that kind of stuff?
eBay,
Yeah, they're going to take a good chunk of it too.
everyone's going to take a chunk.
Yeah. Well, you see, my father-in-law sold a boat on eBay, and I'm waiting for him to get that 1099 from eBay,
Mm,
and then I'm really because he was not having it. He was like, "Why do I have to wait 24 hours to get my deposit and blah and all this stuff?" And it's like, dude, welcome to eBay, man. You're selling something worth 5K, and there was a $500. There's a lot more safeguards when you're selling something for $5,000 on eBay,
yeah.
and so yeah, there we
So,
go.
so you didn't pick anything up?
I did.
Oh, you
Do you
did.
want here? Hold on. Let me do this.
Oh, oh, I know what you picked up.
Yes, it. Well, let me. There we go.
I should have gone first because this is the bigger one.
Can you see it?
I could see it, but our listeners can't.
It is a paint sample. Well, the people who are watching on the YouTubes can see it.
Yeah, they can't.
It's a paint sample baggy Wampa that I got from a guy in Cincinnati, and I'm if you look at it, what you could see like the legs and the torso are different colors. So I'm assuming that the torso is painted versus the legs. Um,
Yeah,
and then like this hand is unpainted, and then that hand's painted, and then like I think the nose the paint's kind of rubbing off the nose because it's been in a bag for 40 years. So it's a cool piece to have, and let's see, there you go, there it is with all my Wampa stuff, with all my Wampa pre-production stuff. Um, so that's a
and it's a Kenner Wampa, just
yes, it's a Kenner,
yeah,
it's a Palatoy slash
Palatoy
Kenner Wampa. uh,
Wamper.
Whomper. So it's 40 years old. So it's cool to have. Just whenever you can find like pre-production stuff from the vintage line, it's something you got to jump on.
What was the story of the black one?
The black one, it was urban legend. It was apparently Lily Letty had made a black one,
Uh,
and it has never surfaced. There's been people that have made um, black Wampas. I actually have one guy named Nick Mugley made a black one, and he did a really good job with it. But it's not sitting on this shelf. It's with my like 30 something other Wampas.
got it.
Um, so
But yeah, congratulations. It's a
thank
good
you. So
pickup.
that was my. Let's see if I can stop sharing. Is that down on the bottom? There, no. Oh, I got to do it over here. Stop share. There we go. So yeah, that was my pickup that I've been paying off. I've been selling some stuff and was fortunate to he thought of me and reached out to me and saw if I wanted it, asked if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, sure. So we made a deal, and I thought it was a lot cheaper than I was a lot cheaper than I was expecting. So I made a deal on it, and he was nice enough to let me pay it off. So took a couple of months and paid it off.
Hmm.
So I have a paint sample. I have a
Kenner
Palatoy
paints it.
slash Kenner paint sample Wampa. It came from the Palatoy factory, is what he's saying. So
Very cool.
yeah, same difference. So yay! Added to all my other pre-production Wampa stuff.
All I got was Hammerhead vintage collection. I have him drinking out of the side of his mouth. Is that
I
like,
would think, yeah.
but there's really no opening there. That's where they kind of make sound waves from. And I don't know if he's got an orifice to
Eh,
drink from,
maybe.
but yeah, I just have it kind of pouring off the side of his mouth because that's where the verbal
Yeah.
cavity is.
Mhm.
I don't know how to
Did
explain
it
it.
Did it come with the glass of blue milk?
It did come with a glass of blue milk. It comes with a Power of the Force 2 blaster too, but I'm not using that right now because it's not gonna be like that in the cantina. But this is a very cool figure, very posable,
Uh-huh.
and I was quite happy with it. I
Yeah,
was like,
no, it
oh, this
looks,
is nice. It's got a
yeah.
cloth cape in the bottom, and
Wow. Soft
wow,
goods.
wow.
Wow. Soft goods.
But yeah, it's a good figure. And then I also picked up a custom droid from Gary Weaver.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you posted some stuff up. Very cool.
Do you want me to go into news, or do you want me to tell the tale?
Tell your tale and then we can go in the news because we don't have a whole lot to talk about because there's not a whole lot going on.
Well, Joann's has closed,
Yes.
just like Toys R Us. Some venture capitalists bought Joann's, which is very profitable, and then loaded it up with debt. And then Joann's can't get rid of the debt, and Joann's goes out of business.
Yes.
Same thing that happened at Toys R Us. And thousands of people are out of jobs now.
That
One of
sucks.
one of those is Gary's wife, unfortunately.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
she was the store manager, but he posted online, if anyone's interested in a Glowforge, let me know. Uh, he's selling it for cheap. The store's selling it for cheap. So so Rich bought it. He bought the
Nice.
Glowforge. It's a giant laser, and you can cut things, you can engrave things, you can cut acrylic, and I think we want to make like HasLab banks to start off with. So
Banks. What do you mean by like
they're banks. They'll say HasLab on it. And so you can just put spare
oh,
change in it and save up for your HasLab.
that's kind of funny.
Probably shouldn't have said that before making it and selling it, but I'm gonna be fast with it so no one can really steal the idea.
It don't matter because somebody's gonna steal it eventually anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
But but yeah, we rented a car and drove on Friday from Atlanta to past Little Rock. First thing I want to say is that Arkansas, pick up the tires. I've never seen a highway littered with so many tires. Almost like either you got to fix your roads so people stop popping those tires,
mhm.
or you need to go by and start cleaning those things up.
All right.
I had to swerve a couple times because there's just tires laying out in the middle of the
Wow.
yeah,
Maybe it's because everybody's driving
road.
pickups and they fall out the pickups.
Maybe. And so we crashed there at a hotel at like midnight, 1:30. I was getting confused because part of the car was on Eastern Standard Time and part of the car was on Central Time.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying really hard to adhere to Eastern Standard Time, East Coast time, just because it's a day.
Right.
I shouldn't get adjusted to that time. And of course I did.
Right.
Um, so we got up early Saturday morning and everything looked clear all weekend long, and suddenly there was a storm with tornadoes
Wow.
in Tornado Alley.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. We didn't see any tornadoes, but we did like we think it was hail because it sounded like the little pink, 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 pink,
Yeah.
pink. It wasn't rain. So that was for an hour, and it was like pretty intense storms. But we
Wow.
finally got it. Finally got to Oklahoma City. We finally got to Gary Weaver, also known as Toy Weaver.
Hmm.
Got to see his madhouse, his mad laboratory, I should say. Um, we also got a cabinet that was built for the Glowforge. It's got an air filter underneath it,
Hmm.
and we wanted the cabinet, but it wouldn't fit in the back of the SUV. We tried to get a van,
Hmm.
and I guess there's some sort of recall on vans
Yeah.
nationwide, so they had to get recalled and fixed, and so we had a SUV which has got a smaller space in the back,
Hmm.
and the cabinet wouldn't fit, so we had to start pulling the cabinet apart, moving things around, and we finally got it. And then we were able to spend some time with Gary and his laboratory. He had just finished making a Walrus Man or Panda Baba
Hmm.
based on the retro collection,
Yeah.
because they just packed just a regular repack of Kenner, Walrus Man in that retro collection.
Uh-huh.
Everything else is new except for Walrus Man. It's just the same figure that Kenner released. And so he took the Luke body and then he sculpted like hair
Kenner
on
from the 70s.
from the
Right.
70s.
Yes.
Yeah. like the original
Right,
Walrus
right.
Man.
No, it took me a second to
This
get it.
guy, this guy,
Yes.
and then he sculpted hair just like the movie on
Uh-huh.
Walrus Man, and then he took Luke's body and he switched it out, and he made this version of Walrus Man with like a pop off arm.
Nice.
It's just incredible. I'm like, this is amazing. This is what Hasbro should have done. Um, but yeah, we got to see some of his Tron stuff and some of his the customs he made. He made the cabinet from the last Starfighter that like it's like 3.75, so you can put a figure in front of it, but it looks
Yeah.
like an arcade cabinet and it lights up and it starts calling the potential starfighters, hey starfighter, come here.
Oh, that's
That whole
awesome.
thing.
Yeah, I've seen him post the stuff online. So it's cool.
Incredibly
I know,
talented.
huh?
He's incredibly talented. He's a mad scientist.
Yeah.
He's taking apart the N1 starfighter that used to be at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
He wants to take it apart and make it look like the Mandalorian's starfighter. So he's gonna make it chrome when he's done. So
See, that's what I thought y'all, because I saw you'd posted that picture
yeah.
and I thought y'all had driven up there for that. I totally forgot about the Glowforge.
No, 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 no.
It was like, that's kind of a hell of a drive for that.
Yeah, we spent about 3 hours with Gary and then we started home.
Nice.
We got to Birmingham Saturday night around, I think this one was like 1 o'clock our time. So I think it was 12 o'clock going out. So midnight, one
Mhm.
o'clock our time going home, and finally got back at around 11, put the Glowforge together. I haven't tested it yet because we had to
Mhm.
put the cabinet together, assemble the Glowforge. So it was a
So-
long weekend, a lot of driving. I literally drove halfway across the country and then I drove all the way back.
Now, did you put those stickers on that cabinet or is that his
Yes.
stickers?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
was
we
about to
stopped.
say, I was
Surprise.
impressed. Go ahead.
Shocking. We stopped at Starbucks
Oh,
and they had a Starbucks sticker there. And I watch a bunch of YouTubers and they put stickers on their like vacuum pumps.
uh-huh.
You get it looks like a pot. It's like a regular pot that you put like potatoes in, boil them or whatever. And so they put stickers on it. I'm like, oh, I'll do that with the cabinet. So I grabbed the Starbucks sticker, and Rich is like, no, 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 no. You're gonna put a blue milk sticker on that first, which is his company. And I'm like, oh, okay,
No, Rich wouldn't
okay,
have done
fine,
that.
fine. So yeah, I put the blue milk sticker on, and then I put the Starbucks sticker on.
All right.
And plus the Georgia Alliance and the Smugglers Galaxy stickers all going on there.
You're right. No, that was cool looking. Yeah, cool. I don't know where I was going. So all the way to get a Glowforge.
Yeah, I thought I'd just be quiet and see what happens.
You were talking about stickers
Yeah.
and Starbucks. Oh yeah, no. Did you go by Panera?
No, I didn't go by Panera. I'm sorry to disappoint our audience. It's been a while since I've been to Panera. I like to go to Panera at lunchtime and write.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm just
no.
making sure you're okay since you hadn't been
Yeah,
in a
I'm
minute.
not sick. No.
I did.
I did go to Jason's Deli.
Oh, did you get to go? My name's Jason. Do I get a discount?
No, they don't do that. But I was thinking about I should take the logo from Jason's Deli and make it Jason's Collection.
There you go. That'd be
That'd
fun.
that'd be fun.
I forgot one more thing. My son's in town, and he got an extra pin from Epic Universe that was a cast member exclusive.
The dragons.
No, it's just like I wish it was. Actually, no, it has a flux capacitor. If you look hard enough in it, there's
Oh,
a flux
okay.
capacitor in the background
Yeah, for no reason.
for no reason. So
It's a Volcano Bay pin, but it's got the flux capacitor.
exactly. But yeah, he'd given me this pin and he's like, dude, that pin's going for like $200 on eBay. And sure enough, he had two of them and it on the back of it, it's just like a generic, very generic, but it's grand opening of Epic Universe and has like cast member exclusive on the back of it. And it's like 150, $200 on eBay. I was like, for a freaking pin, but
So
it's
you're
on
gonna
my pin board.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna eBay it or are you gonna keep
No,
it?
it's on my pin board. Dude, I am such a, you know how much I've gotten, I actually, when I was down there a few months ago, his girlfriend gave me a like a lanyard that said like opening team on it and a Epic Universe bag and a fanny pack and like all kinds of stuff that wasn't available to the general public.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hoity-toity, look at you.
I know. I got some swag.
Yeah, wear that fanny pack out and just watch everyone get jealous.
Everybody will be like, "Oh,
Oh, look at that. Look at
he's
that
got
man strutting along with it.
yeah."
Some limited news. Ming-Na Wen was talking this week and said she's not involved with the new Mandalorian movie.
Mhm.
So I would assume if she's not in it, if Fennec's not in it, then neither is Boba Fett.
Right.
So that stinks because I like
Yeah.
Fennec.
But I'm kind of if they were gonna do Boba Fett, I'd really want it to. I'm kind of done with the Boba Fett story. I want it from a different point of view. I'm done with. I want to see a newer, an older, not an older, a younger Boba Fett. Not the. I have to. I've skinned my knee. I got to go in the back the tank for 8 hours and dream.
Well, he did a little bit more than skimming his knee, but I get the point. The point is taken. Um,
Yeah.
Tony Gilroy let slip that Bob Iger told him. So Tony got told by Bob. Bob told him. Bob was told no. The company has lost $4 billion in streaming.
Wow.
So there's a good chance that Ahsoka season 2 will probably be the last Star Wars Disney Plus Star Wars show for a while.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, it's not a surprise. It's more of a secondary service. Your primary moneymaker is the movie theater.
Right.
And when you cut that out for $13 a month versus, a family of five to go to the movie theater these days is like $80,
Mhm.
or you can just wait and see it for 13, you're gonna lose money.
Right.
I don't think you need to be a finance whiz to tell you, hey, not a good idea.
Right. Exactly. Well, you know what
You,
comes out next weekend?
what?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, you gonna go see it? First in line? Get the
I'll
dragon
probably,
bucket?
huh?
You gonna get a popcorn bucket of a
I
dragon?
might. It depends if there's a cool popcorn bucket.
Is this a new
Um,
franchise you're gonna start collecting?
no, dude, I've seen all the toys. I'm not impressed because they're all live action toys. They're not
But you
cartoon
did
toys.
look at them.
Huh?
But you did look at
I
them.
did look at them. They were at Walmart.
There's older ones.
Huh?
There's older animated version toys.
I need to find them, I guess. I'm sorry. I've got my in-laws' dogs and they were fighting with my dogs
I
just now.
didn't hear
So,
anything.
I got distracted, but
Oh,
yeah, I'll probably check out the popcorn buckets. When I went to see Thunderbolts, they had a Stitch popcorn bucket. It was 50 freaking dollars for a popcorn
yeah.
bucket.
Yeah, but it's getting people back into the theater.
Yeah.
It's just they're making too few.
Mhm.
There's not enough for people. They sell out like the first night.
Yeah, they did. They were selling them. I could have bought it and not even gone and seen the movie.
There was a Revenge of the Sith one that was kind of like this size, which is what, 48 ounces maybe. I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure this out for our listeners. I couldn't find it anywhere, so they're sold out before I can get to it.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll see. I'll probably go see it Sunday. I don't know. It depends on how my weekend goes.
According to a report at San Diego Comic-Con, the Jawa will be the next vintage ornament for Hallmark.
Okay. Oh,
You know,
from the
the
San
carded,
Diego Comic Con
yeah,
is going to be that exclusive.
yeah, it's going to be an exclusive for the Comic-Con
Okay. Because
for
the one they,
SDCC.
yeah, the one they released Luke for the general public.
Yes. Yeah, last year it was the Sand Person that was the SDCC exclusive. So maybe
Yeah.
the Sand Person wouldn't sell in stores. Same thing with Jawa, and that's why they're making it,
Let's make the crappy figures the exclusives.
yeah, limited. So I'm sure I'll be spending $60 for that Jawa. Um, I wonder if it's gonna have a vinyl cape or cloth cape though.
Ooh.
That's the real question.
Yeah. That could be fun.
And then this was really weird. Now, one of them I understand. So Target's reissuing a couple vintage collection figures,
Uh-huh.
and Bomb Vimden, which I need to check because I did pre-order these because I wasn't sure if I had him or not. He's one of the aliens. He's this one for our listening audience.
Jason's reaching for one of his 3D printed heads.
It's heavy.
The
This
guy with
guy.
the horn.
Yeah, he's got black eyes. He looks grumpy. He's got a horn on top of his head. Uh, Target's reissuing it for the vintage collection. He's already came out
Uh-huh.
before. And because of the cantina, I would assume that they're going to re-release it just to make it more accessible for those that are getting the cantina.
Hmm.
It's cheaper than making a whole new figure.
Right.
So let's just make one we've already done. The other weird one was Bib Fortuna, which was a peg warmer.
Hmm.
He's coming back out to the store. They are changing something. The card itself had like a yellowish color,
Hmm.
and it should have been orange. So they're changing the card, but I mean, that's not a reason to reissue a figure because of the card.
Well, dude, you guys are the crazy ones that would pick it up.
Yeah, I
They-
know. And then the Gamorrean Guard. The Gamorrean Guard's being re-released. Initially, he was just a regular figure released for whatever it was at the time, $12. And now
Mhm.
he's being released as a deluxe figure for $25.
Okay, now that makes sense because I know somebody was like, "Well, this is our penance for whatever or payback."
Yeah, I think like if the Gamorrean Guard was released today for the first time, he'd be a deluxe figure on a wider card. They're not doing it this time around. They're just releasing him as a deluxe figure on a regular card, but still, um, it was a tough pill for some people to swallow because I don't know if it's why pay $25 for something I can get for 12 at one point.
Right.
Even with inflation, it's not that big.
And maybe if you even look at some of the Walmarts, you can probably still find it.
I'll put this guy away. He's just not going to hang out on my shoulder for the rest of the podcast.
I just start calling you Michael.
Michael.
Scott.
Oh, tough guy. Um, and then Mia Goth was cast as the villain in Star Wars Starfighter, which is the Ryan Gosling movie.
Uh-huh.
Which apparently it's about a 15-year-old boy and his uncle, the uncle being Ryan Gosling, as
Mhm.
they try to escape a band of bad guys.
Uh-huh.
And Mia Goth has been cast as the villain in the movie. She's been in a bunch of horror films. I've not seen any because I'm not a horror fan,
Right.
but she
Well,
will be.
she's got an interesting look. I just looked
Yeah.
her up. So, I mean, I could see her turning into a villain very easily.
Yeah, but this being 6 years after the original, or not six, the sequel trilogy, I just wonder what the state of the galaxy is. The Sith has been destroyed.
Mm,
They tried cloning it, so are they going to do like, oh, there was a branch off at one point, which goes against everything that they established with the Master and the Apprentice?
right.
But I don't know. That's the end of rant.
And maybe they'll be like Palpatine somehow returned
Somehow,
again.
again, for another third time. Somehow, Palpatine's thirdus.
Well,
I
you know
don't know.
what'll happen is somebody will go back with a flux capacitor.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Flux capacitor, Star Wars, blah, blah, blah. That's it for the news that I had. The other
Yeah,
thing I thought I could mention, and I'm not as educated about this, so maybe it's going to go nowhere, but the company that owns NECA purchased Diamond Collectibles.
right.
Was that the name of the company?
Or Diamond,
Diamond
yeah,
Distributors.
Diamond
Excuse,
Distributor.
excuse
Are you
me.
talking the comic book people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Diamond Distributors was the company that was distributing comics for DC and Marvel.
Mm,
Um, they also were responsible for Free Comic Book Day. So now that another company owns Diamond Distributors, the whole question is Free Comic Book Day in 2026 going to happen?
right.
We don't know. It's too soon, but there's a chance that the new company might say, no, no, thank you.
But they're charging comic book shops for those comics.
Yeah.
So it's not
Well,
free.
yes, right.
I
But it
mean, I
was
don't know
a
what they're charging, but they're
it was
charging.
an event created by Diamond Distributors. That's why all these comic books had Free Comic Book Day because this company
Gotcha.
created it.
Okay.
And so now that the company's gone away and a new company is coming in to buy it, we're not sure if Free Comic Book Day will happen next year.
Okay.
So it's a whole new management team.
Gotcha.
There's a chance it could happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. How it impacts us is that that company also owns Gentle Giant, Hakes, and AFA.
Right.
So all those companies are under another umbrella, and they went ahead and just shut down Gentle Giant. and let go all their employees.
Yeah.
So Gentle Giant doesn't exist like it used to.
I'm curious about that. Yeah, I don't know, but I know that
I
because Gentle
thought,
Giant, oh, like there's busts and stuff that are in production that people have pre-ordered. So I mean, what's going to happen with that?
yeah, a lot of that stuff is up in the air. I wonder if it's the scanning technology. I don't know if it was proprietary, but they had some sort of phenomenal scanning tech
Mhm.
that can help them capture faces for digital sculpts to help them with their items. I don't know if, like I said, if it's proprietary, meaning that it's something unique to Gentle Giant, and more companies would want to know that, so that now they can rent out that technology now that they shut down Gentle Giant. I know a lot of people are out of jobs now, so
Yeah, that sucks.
it sucks. And Gentle Giant's been a big part of collecting for 20 years now. And, I have a couple pieces, the Walrus Man right here, that's a 12-inch version
Oh
of,
my, they make those too, don't they?
they made those. I have a bust up there of Snaggletooth, Blue Snaggletooth. He's up there. I have
Mhm.
some of their, I have a Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader bust. Um, they made a bunch of those. Were they the ones that made the animated version of like Luke and Leia that looked like Tartakovsky, but they weren't? They were like original trilogy. Boba Fett, they made one that was black and white, and one that was color. I think it's Gentle
Probably.
Giant.
Yeah, Gentle. If it was a waist up bust, I guarantee it was a Gentle
No, this
Giant.
is a full thing. It was probably about 18 inches.
Was it more like what you like the carded the jumbo figures or
No, they were statuettes.
okay? It probably was Gentle. It was either going to be Gentle Giant or Hot Toys.
I don't think it was Hot Toys. I think it was Gentle Giant, but
Okay.
still, it's not there anymore. They're pour one out for Gentle Giant and all its employees. It's gone. They shut those doors. And then NECA's also the one. NECA's under this umbrella too. So NECA is part of the family of companies that are owned by um, the parent company that owns NECA also owns Hakes and AFA. So not sure how any of that's going to happen. I don't know if AFA is going to change or move, or they're located here in Georgia. Still too early to know.
Yeah.
Last time AFA was purchased, they just moved it to another warehouse.
Yeah. That would suck if it moved to a different state.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're sort of the residual. We gain some of the we're the benefit residual benefits of AFA being in Atlanta, because you do have collectors that come in for the weekend sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, and it gives people an excuse to come to Atlanta sometimes. So we benefit from that, from events and stuff.
But maybe it's like one of those things that companies do these days where they wanted AFA and they wanted Hakes. They didn't want Gentle Giant, but it was part of the deal. So you close it off, you immediately write it off.
Right.
And so you get some of your money back tax wise by writing it off. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, I don't, that sucks because Gentle Giant was such a cool company and it did give us some really cool products.
Right.
Well, maybe somebody will buy it and they'll resurrect it.
Maybe, but doubtful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I've got the Thrawn, the big Thrawn like you've got. I keep wanting, I expect my finger to like go into your screen, but
yeah, the interesting thing is they used to put the Kenner logo on the bottom of these 12-inch blow up figures.
uh-huh.
And then they realized that, oh wait, we don't have the rights to Kenner.
Oops.
That belongs to Hasbro. We probably shouldn't use that. So they changed it to Gentle Giant in the same font. So
Interesting.
some of the newer ones say Gentle Giant, some of the older ones like this Walrus Man. I would be surprised if yours, I wouldn't be surprised if yours said Gentle Giant.
Okay. I've got a snow trooper that I bought a long time ago that I opened, but I still have the packaging, so I'm curious if I can go back and find the
Yeah,
packaging.
because those are just clamshells, right?
Yeah, they're just clamshells with little stickers on them, so you can open them and
Yeah.
then put them back. I mean, you could tell they've been opened, but they you could put it back together and it'll look fine.
Right.
Yep.
And that's all, folks. Dun-dun-dun.
That's it. So
There was a Micro Galaxy live stream. I
yeah.
was busy this week and didn't pay attention, but I did see John, who was one of the guys that was on our podcast,
Mhm.
one of the sculptors.
Awesome.
So it was good to see him. They had a copywriter from Jazzwares, like, kind of like running the show, not a brand designer or brand director,
Mhm.
which I thought was weird. Like, why are you having the guy that writes the copy on the back of boxes
Right.
running this thing?
Maybe he was the most comfortable doing it.
But it was also Paul who plays I can't remember his last name, Carson Teva.
Yeah.
He was on the live stream, and then Cole from the Micro Galaxy Squadron Instagram
Hmm.
page, he was on the live stream. So there was some fan interaction, but I think they were unveiling Series 9, which has leaked out. So I thought the whole thing was kind of pointless because you can just Google it at this point.
Well, it's because why not? I don't know.
So
It'd still be cool to be part of that live stream one time and have people like, here you go. All kinds of fun stuff. Just talk about it.
it would be, but that's kind of like what we're doing right now.
Right.
We could talk about this hammerhead if you want.
Yeah.
It's a cool figure.
It's a cool figure. He holds blue milk and you can bend it in all kinds of ways.
Yeah, look, I can extend his leg so he's kicking. I can straighten his leg and then I can kick it again. I can straighten it.
When
I
does the
can,
cantina come out?
it's supposed to be this fall,
Okay.
and there's been no update.
That's the same
Which,
thing they did with the ghost.
yeah, that's a big complaint about this now because with the barge, they were doing video updates. Here we've got the photo for the packaging. Here's a grayscale prototype. Here's what we're thinking here, and there's just silence now. It's like we got your money. We'll throw it at you, and we're done.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I love the ghost and I'm happy I have it, but if somebody had it at the swap meet and I'm just like, yeah, you compare the ghost to the Razor Crest to the can the sail barge and each one just gets progressively worse.
Yeah,
The playability keeps going down.
and it's too big. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's insanely huge.
It's
But
just way
yes, you're
too
right. It
big.
is too big. If you want to, you've got to like legitimately hold on to it. If you know, and make sure well, all of them I think are too big. But at least I think the Razor Crest and the sail barge, once you have it set, you could still play with it if you wanted to.
And I think because it's more narrow than the Ghost, it just doesn't feel as big.
Yeah.
Instead of having this giant square, it's just a rectangle that can go on the back of a desk or something, whereas the Ghost will take up all of the desk.
Right. Well, that and like you can pull the sides off of it and still have access to the
Yeah.
inside of it
Yeah.
without. You could set it at eye level or something. Um, Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with the next HasLab. I mean, and you're talking from this is somebody who loves Rebels, who's poo-pooing on the Ghost and was looking for it. I mean, I love that vehicle, but they could have done a lot more with it.
What did you do on the Ghost?
I said I'm poo-pooing on it, not poo-pooing on it now,
Ew.
but ew.
Ew, don't do that.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see prototypes. Well, I guess they have shown off some of those prototypes that there's a live stream they did that for the action figures themselves. But I mean, you've got a cantina coming up. Why not make some more aliens and show off those?
Yeah, why would you put it in another bib? I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, technically, yes, if you're doing it's easy for me to say, Return to Tatooine campaign,
Hmm.
technically it's part of that. But everything else you've done for the Return to Tatooine campaign has been a New Hope theme.
Yeah. I mean, would you put a you wouldn't put a Gamorrean guard in the cantina, would you?
No,
Wouldn't it make
no.
sense?
No, that wouldn't make any sense because that's Return of the Jedi. That's actually 2 years later, 3 years later.
Uh,
You can't put a Gamorrean guard in the cantina. They don't exist. The Star Wars universe would fold in on itself and be non-existent anymore because that didn't happen.
it happened that just was on the other side of Tatooine. You needed a speeder bike to go over there to see it.
Well, the Gamorrean guard was on his way, but he was on a bantha. So by the time he got there, it was like Return of the Jedi starting, so he had to turn around and go back.
Wait, Jabba needs me. Is that
Oh
gold?
man,
What's that gold droid doing?
yeah. But
Yeah. So you saw that you shared the we're gonna go to, I guess, Disney news if you're done with Star Wars news, right?
sure.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me switch galaxies. We're on the Mouse Galaxy podcast.
Yes. No,
Oh boy, this is the way. Ha!
So you shared the video or the thing with
Pikes
the new
Peak?
land.
No, it's not Pikes Peak.
It's
Piston Peak?
Piston Peak.
Piston Peak.
Now you get a little drunk or a little perverted, and it becomes pissed on Pete.
You gotta, all right. See, I didn't even think about that. So that just goes to show the difference between you and I.
Well, I have to blame TikTok, but yes,
Sure. Sure.
yeah.
Really? TikTok? Really? 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 What month is it? Really?
Yeah. What day is it?
What day is it? Really?
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah, they're removing Tom Sawyer Island and they're putting in a new Cars theme land and they showed off the art for that. And they are preserving some of the water that goes along Frontierland. Because as of right now, there's a body of water that separates Frontierland from Tom Sawyer Island. So it's going to be more of a river. They're putting the waterfalls like on the other side of Liberty Square and the Haunted Mansion to kind of hide all of the car stuff. So, when you walk out of Hall of Presidents, you're not staring into Lightning McQueen's face. Ka-chow. Wow. How
Welcome
was
to
that?
the Hall of Presidents.
Wow.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Kachuga. Um, and then Mater's not spitting in your face. Well, I can't do a southern accent. Get her
Get
done.
that gum.
Get her done. But yeah, it's going to be I think the whole thing is like a ride
Yeah. It looks like there's a lot more to it.
with trackless vehicles.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it'll be cool when 10 years when it's done.
yeah, we'll see. We will see.
And you see who was the last person on the Muppets Vision? The last person
Yeah,
in the
yeah, that
Muppets
was really
Vision?
sad to see that. That moved me more than I thought it would. It's just
Yeah.
a stupid ride. It's a stupid show. Why am I feeling so emotional right now?
Because you love that damn Kermit.
I do. I love my current. But yeah, it was Jim Henson's daughter was the last one to walk into the building.
Yeah.
But I understand that they're like filming historical something or other. They're
Right.
filming audience reactions, but they're using uh employees, cast members.
Yeah.
They're not using people from outside. So the last patron, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I also heard they opened up Pizza Rizzo for the evening too.
Yeah, which just goes to show how many people were there. There's a lot of people for them to open up Pizza Rizzo.
Yeah.
Rizzo. But then they immediately came out the next day and said that, hey, we're just moving to the other side of the Kermit the Frog came on. Hi, yo, I'm Kermit the Frog, and I'm going to be moving to the other side of the park now.
You know
So,
that old man named Steven Tyler? I'm kicking him out.
yeah, yeah,
That irrelevant guy.
the guy that groomed a 14-year-old. Just, we'll just,
Yeah.
we'll just ignore that one. But the rumor was that they've lost the contract to sell, or the contract with Aerosmith was up for a while because they stopped selling Aerosmith merchandise.
Okay.
And they needed to do something. And so early 2026, it'll be rethemed. This should be pretty simple because if it's like, I don't know if it's the Muppets or if it's going to be Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, it's all going to be music themed.
Right.
So you just need to change out a couple of the early show stuff and bada boom, you're going.
Right. You can have Kermit going. Ah.
Ah! I think Zoom canceled out the voice there, but
Okay. He missed it. It was the Kermit where he shakes.
he shakes and he says, "Yay, yay!" I
Give
think
them a
he,
backstage pass.
yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do Easter eggs like that
Yeah.
since people like that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do that and add on to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious how long it's going to go down because you don't think it's going to be that big of a refurb or that long.
No, no, but
And
I
then
think it's probably gonna be a couple months. If it's gonna be real simple, they're not gonna change the track out. They can keep everything as is and just muppet it up.
right.
for some reason, I feel like this is going to be a very inexpensive retheme, and they'll be able to do a lot with it.
Mhm.
But what do I know?
Right.
Nothing.
Are you going to rush down there to see it when it's open?
No, I kind of want them to work out the kinks. This probably won't be an issue with kinks because it's like I said, it's going to be a quick retheme. But I'll wait for the crowds to die down and all the YouTubers
Mm.
to move on to something else.
Right. All the people with the selfie sticks.
Yeah. Well, selfie sticks have been banned because they're a safety issue.
Yeah. Well, now it's just 360 cameras.
Yeah. I can't stand those either. But yeah, I don't know what else. Just want to wish happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Yeah.
Keep on sighing, keep on bottling your anger, and keep on keeping on. And you know what? Take an extra 5 minutes to look at your lawn this week and admire it.
Yes. Look at it and stare and be like, I did that. Anything
Eh,
else, Jason?
You tell me.
I don't think so.
Anything? Do you have something you need to say?
I know.
You sure?
Is it I need to say something?
Do you?
Be excellent to each other.
Do you though?
Do I? Are
Do
you?
you?
I don't know. Are you messing with me?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I was gonna see
I'm
how
like,
long it either you're about to reveal something or you're gonna catch on sooner or later, but I'm not gonna quit down the bit.
right, right. Well, we already talked about girl bunny, Bugs Bunny dressing up like a girl. So
What does that mean?
the Wayne's World bit. So it would be silly for me to go, you ever watch,
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay, no.
you ever liked it when the Bugs Bunny dressed up like a girl bunny?
Get ready for another celebration of all things Star Wars. The Georgia Alliance of Star Wars Collectors invites you to join them for an unforgettable 4-day event called Rogue Fun 2, Fun and Villainy from Thursday, April 30th through Sunday, May 3rd, 2026. Will still feature insightful panels, collection tours, and exciting swag. Our primary focus, don't know why I can't say that, is bringing together friends, old and new, from across the country and the world. Think of it as a Star Wars themed reunion where the joy of camaraderie takes center stage. Come for the convention, stay with the friendship, stay for the friends, stay for the friendships. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm tired. We serve your kind here. Tickets will go on sale August 1st, 2025. We're going to do a link so you won't do a claim thing. I just want to make sure people understand that. I'll have to do a post in advance so people understand that it's not going to be, you're going to show up to the post and just say claim and you'll get tickets. You need to go to a website that we've already set up where you'll buy your tickets and we'll rock and roll on May 2nd, 2026 at Rogue Fun 2.
Yes. Rock and roll all night and party every day.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, you can do that one, not
Do, do, do,
Kiss.
do, do, do.
I've never been a Kiss fan.
Right.
It's clowns. They look like clowns. I don't
Yes.
they're not clowns, they look like clowns.
Right.
And thank you for listening to Smugglers Galaxy Podcast. If you could, please leave a like and a 5-star review of the show anywhere you listen. It really helps us out and points people to our show. You can follow us on social media. You can find us on August. You can find us on August. Guess I need to go to bed. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Send us an email or message us. We love feedback and we'd love to make you part of our show. Our email address is smugglersgalaxy@gmail.com. Thank you to Afonso Riviera for the Smugglers Galaxy logo. And thank you to Levi Waterhouse for the music. People collect for the love of it. Hashtag vote with your wallet. Pass on what you've learned and be a positive force in the collective community. Happy Father's Day.
This is the way. Happy Dad's Day.